Okay. Yeah, no, that's all right. Okay, so I think we're there. All right, so now I'm going to try and see if I can. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can. Oh, wait a minute. I got to do this. Okay. All right, so we're going to make an attempt to read the comments more. Let's see. Okay, so I'm starting to see some comments here. Let's see. All right. Good morning, Tommy Davidson, Cameron, Jacob. All right. Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. If you're just kind of getting started back for the week, it is Tuesday after Labor Day. And, I'm sure everybody's had a big break. Labor Day is kind of the official end of summer, but I'm hoping it'll hang with us for a little while longer. I love fall and I love winter, but I don't like the cold weather. It's the heat can get kind of tough in the summertime, but I don't like the cold weather. So first thing we'll do this morning, start out with 60 seconds of gratitude. What are you grateful for?
Just thankful for another day to get better.
All right. What are you thankful for, man?
I'm thankful.
It's my anniversary, business.
It's Tommy's anniversary. Congratulations. Happy anniversary, man. That is an amazing thing. It is an amazing thing, and I know that they work really hard on their marriage. Tommy was one of the few people that I talked with that talked about going to marriage counseling before getting married. I know a lot of people do. That's one of the things that just kind of never was part of my landscape, but I thought that was really interesting. So congratulations to you guys. So now what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful this weekend I got humbled.
Humbled? Okay, what happened?
I had a couple appointments that just didn't show up. No call, no show, and I needed that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you were looking forward to the appointments, excited about it. Now, some you think may or may not show up, and you probably had that expectation. But these, it sounded like you really had that expectation and found yourself disappointed.
And I'm thankful for it because it tells me that I need more appointments.
Yeah. It's definitely an opportunity to grow. When you said you were let down and disappointed this weekend and humbled, I thought, I didn't play golf with Josh this weekend. But there's always time, baby. There's always time. No, I'm just messing with you. Okay. Noah, what are you thankful for?
Developing relationships.
That is a big one. That is key. I can really appreciate that. All right. So I want to talk this morning for a few minutes about planning. So has anyone started making plans for next year yet?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So tell me about that. So you've already started making your plans for next year, but that's so far away. Good morning, Lorena. Good morning, Van. Hey, good morning, Kendall. So how is it that you're able to start making plans that far in advance? You're starting to make plans for next year already? Okay, so tell me about that.
We're planning a trip to Europe.
Okay, planning a trip to Europe. Okay, very good. Anybody else started making any plans for next year? What about business plans? Anybody started making their business plan for next year? See, after Labor Day, when I get back in September is always sort of that month where I start to kind of get my understanding of what's gone on the year to date, right? And then you start to head into the fourth quarter of the year, and so my mind starts to turn on, okay, where did I land as far as my marks this year? When I looked at my plan for last year and I made my plan. So I'm thinking it's great to have the trip plan. I'm thinking in this instance more specifically about business planning. So when I come back from Labor Day, you have, it seems like summer kind of takes a little bit of a break, and you just kind of start to get ready for the end of the year. And that's the time that I reflect back and say, okay, so where have I gotten? Where have I gotten on my plans for this year? It could be goals, it could be plans, a combination of the two. There's not just always a numerical number, because as we found out this year, you can have your plans, but you better also have some flexibility, right? And because those plans can change. And so this is that time of year that I start making my plans. I try to get things together for what I think is going to happen the coming year, and then start to prepare in the fourth quarter of the current year. So, for example, if I'm thinking to myself, I want to help a certain number of families next year, or I want to build new relationships in this particular way next year, whatever that case may be, and this is personally and professionally. I was really thinking about business first, but it's really personally and professionally. So I start thinking about those things, and then I start doing the things that are going to lead to those plans in the fourth quarter, right? Because, you ever heard the expression, once you see the bandwagon, it's too late, right? In our business, we have a lag time. Cameron's been over here tracking those statistics, right? And you can see there's a little bit of a lag time that comes in our business. There's cycles. So if you wait and you make a plan and then you start in January and you come back after, Christmas break and you're like, okay, now it's time to get started. Well, it's too late.
Yeah.
By the time you get revved up and get going, it's already March, right? And so your time is sort of gone. So I recommend taking the opportunity now during the month of September. You can really start to assess what all you've gotten accomplished the first 3 quarters of the year. Then you've got 2 kind of combination things to work on the last quarter of the year. One is going to be starting to act towards your plans for next year, whatever they may be, but then also finish the year leaning forward. And this is one of the mistakes that I made early in my career when it came to business planning, is I would get so involved in what I was going to do the next year that I forgot to lean into the last quarter of the current year, right? So you're sitting there and you're looking at what you've gotten done. Well, the year's only 75% of the way over. You still have 25% left. So you can't get so far ahead of yourself that you forget to just keep blocking and tackling and doing what you've got right in front of you to do to finish your current year. So when you think about plans for next year, you started to make some plans for next year. Have you put any numbers to the plans?
Mhm.
Have you started to write it out and make them specific? Do you feel like sharing?
Yeah, sure. No, we definitely have been looking at like the flights, Airbnbs, like what all it's going to cost
Yeah.
to go there, when we're going to go, like what dates we're going to go there,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah, absolutely. And have you made any plans for next year? Got any plans for next year?
Some here and there. I haven't gone into detail as much as I probably should, but
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, if anybody's got any good tips, the other thing to do right now is to find people that are starting to make those plans, because they're starting to come, like me, come to me and say, hey, Shannon, what are some of the things that you do to map out your plans for next year? Because I'm a present moment person, right? So it's like, don't go talk to Shannon about next year. He's too busy staying in the present moment. Well, presently, my present moment at times can be making that plan, right? You have to use time as your friend and as a tool. So I will let you get the week started with that. It is Tuesday after Labor Day. Time to start making your plans for a big year next year. And we'll talk to everybody soon. Take us out, Van.